Hi everybody. Thanks for joining me for my Week 15 NFL picks video. A quick recap of last week. My teaser did not hit. Only the Bills -3 covered, and the two totals I was way off. The Browns-Bengals, I was pretty close. The Browns had a couple chances to score another touchdown and hit the over for me, but they weren't able to punch it in. And the Chiefs-Broncos ended up going over the 51, which I never expected. That was probably the leg I was most confident in going into the week. But we are moving on, and I have a couple plays I like this week. I'm going to do my usual 3-leg teaser, and I also have a fun reverse teaser that I'm going to give out as well. So we have 16 games this week. No more teams on bye week. So we're going to jump right in. Thursday night is 49ers Seahawks. 49ers favored by 3.5. Brock Purdy looked excellent in his first game as a starter. I like the 49ers to keep rolling and cover this 3.5. As far as the total goes, 43.5. I think I probably like the over. I think both these offenses have looked pretty good the last couple weeks, and I think there's going to be some points. So I'd lean over it there. Colts, Vikings. I'm going to come back to this one at the end, but just looking at it straight up, it's a Saturday game. I like the Vikings. I like the Vikings at -4. I think, they haven't looked great the last couple weeks, but the Colts have looked even worse, and I think the Vikings are due for a bounce back. So I lean Vikings, and I think I would lean the over here as well. I like the Vikings to put up a lot of points, and then the Colts to maybe get a couple garbage time touchdowns and push it over the 48.5. Ravens Browns. Deshaun Watson still isn't back to his peak performance level, and the Ravens are still looking pretty competitive even with a backup quarterback. I would lean the Ravens here at +2.5. I think they should cover this. I think this game's going to be close, and if I had to lean one way or the other, I think the Ravens will win it by a field goal or so. Over under 38.5 feels low to me, and I think I like the under. I think this could be a 2017 type of game. So I would lean under in Ravens-Browns. Moving along to the Saturday night game, the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. I think I saw that there was supposed to be some snow in Buffalo on Saturday night, which makes me think this could be a low-scoring, close game. And for that reason, I would lean the Dolphins at +7.5. As far as the total goes, 42, like I said, I think this could be low scoring, and I would lean the under 42. Under 42 and Dolphins +7.5. Moving over to Sunday, Pittsburgh Steelers and Carolina Panthers. This game is going to be the first part of my teaser. this week at a 7-point teaser, and this would give me the Carolina Panthers at plus 4.5. I like this spot for them a lot. Sam Darnold is back at quarterback. They are still technically alive for the NFC South. Everyone seems to be acting like it's a foregone conclusion that the Bucs are going to win it. But the Buccaneers are really only one game ahead with 4 games to go, and the Panthers are still alive. The Steelers really aren't playing for anything. I think the Panthers are going to at least keep this close, if not win it outright. So I like the Panthers at plus 4.5 on a 7-point tease. And over under 38.5. I think this could go under. I really don't see either of these teams scoring a ton of points, and I would lean under. Eagles, Bears. The Eagles continue to roll. Jalen Hurts looking like he will probably win the MVP. And the Bears really not playing for much at this point. I lean the Eagles. I think they got a real good shot of covering this 9-point spread. And the total of 48.5, I like the over. I think there's going to be some points. The Eagles have been putting up a lot of points, and Justin Fields is definitely capable of making some plays and putting up a little offense for the Bears as well. So I would lean Eagles and over. Looking at the Kansas City Chiefs and Houston Texans, the Texans actually ended up, they almost beat the Cowboys outright, despite being favored by, I think, 17 points. Or I'm sorry, they were the 17-point underdogs. And that game was close right up until the very end. The Cowboys ended up pulling it out, but the Texans covered that 17 points, no problem. The Chiefs are favored by 14 in Houston this week. I would still I leaned the favorite last week, and I would lean the favorite again. I like the Chiefs at the minus 14. Not enough to bet it, but if I had to pick a side, that would be my lean. And I mean, if I think a team is going to cover 14 points, I've got to lean the over. I think the Chiefs will put up somewhere in the 30s, 35, maybe even more. And then I think the Texans will probably tack on a couple touchdowns of their own. So I've got to lean over 49.5 here as well. Lions, Jets. Lions have been on a roll lately. Jets have not been able to win their last couple games. This is a pick 'em right now. I'd lean Lions. I think they've got the momentum, and I think this could be a shootout. I just am not sure that the Jets have the ability to keep up. So I would lean the Lions and over. I think it will go over the 44.5. Cowboys, Jaguars. So like I said, the Cowboys barely beat the Houston Texans, the worst team in the league. So they're only favored by 5 against the Jaguars, who are also basically eliminated at this point. I don't have a strong opinion of the spread. I would lean maybe. I think I would lean Dallas. I think they're probably going to bounce back and win this game by around a touchdown. But the total is the second leg of my teaser. I like this to go over 40.5. So as of right now, looking at a 7-point teaser, and with 47.5, that would put us at 40.5, and I like that to go over. Bears ended up putting up a lot of points last week in a win. And, the Cowboys definitely have a pretty explosive offense that they're capable of scoring a lot of points. So I think with the 7-point cushion, I really like the over here. Looking at Falcons Saints. Again, we're going to come back to this one at the end. But I like the Falcons with the +4. They've got a new quarterback coming in this week, I'm pretty sure. I'm blanking on his name. But again, there's still an outside chance that they are both these teams are able to win that NFC South and beat surpass the Buccaneers. So I think this is a close game. This will be a close game, as division games typically are, and I like the Falcons with the +4. And I could see this going under the 43. Neither one of these teams have a super explosive offense. I could see this being a 20-17 type of game, and I like the Falcons on the right side of that. Patriots Raiders. Patriots got a big win on Monday Night Football over the Cardinals. As of right now, they're in the playoffs as the 7th seed. Raiders, it's looking like they're pretty much eliminated. I like the Patriots to keep rolling here. They're still, they're in as of right now, but the Chargers are right on their heels, and the Jets as well. And I think, they've got a lot more pressure than the Raiders do to win this one. There's also the added intrigue of Bill Belichick versus Josh McDaniels. McDaniels was the offensive coordinator for the Patriots, and I like Belichick to outcoach McDaniels. So, Patriots -1 is my pick there, and I think this will go over the 44.5. Not by much, but Mac Jones has looked a little better these last couple weeks, and I think the Patriots offense will be able to put up enough to help this one go over. Looking at Cardinals Broncos. Broncos surprised last week, keeping it close against the Chiefs. Cardinals playing with a backup quarterback, Colt McCoy. Looks like it's going to finish out the season. I like the Broncos at home to cover the -3. And another ugly total, 36.5. I gotta go under. Whenever it's that low, it's probably not low enough. So I like the under 36.5. Moving along to these last few games here. Titans Chargers. This is going to be the final leg of my teaser this week. Titans have had a couple of bad losses these last couple weeks. The Chargers are favored by 3 at home, but with the 7-point tease, I like the Titans at +10. And I feel like that number is very important to get it. There's a big difference between 10 and 9, just with how a lot of games tend to finish up. So having it at 10 gives us that insurance. If it's a 10-point game, the teaser stays alive. So I like the Titans to at least keep this close. I think they have a good chance to win it outright and break their losing streak. But regardless, Titans +10 is the final leg of my teaser. So we'll recap that at the end. But as far as the total goes, I think it's going to go under. I don't see the Titans scoring many points, but I think they'll hold the Chargers to not too many either. So I'd lean the under 47. Bengals Buccaneers. I don't know what to think of the Bucks at this point. Just when I thought Brady was getting his swagger back, they look like crap against the 49ers. So I find it hard to bet on them at this point, especially when the Bengals have been rolling with Joe Burrow. So I would lean the Bengals at -3.5. I'd probably lean the over. That seems a little low at 44. I do think there might be some more points in this game than that, but I could also see it being, a 21-17 type of dogfight. So I would lean over, but not very confidently. Sunday Night Football is a rematch of Giants-Commanders. They tied a couple weeks ago. It was a 2020 tie, I believe. I would lean the Commanders at home in prime time. I think they're going to come out pumped up, and the Giants have just been fading fast. I thought they were sort of fraudulent early on, and it seems like they're being exposed for what they really are. So I would definitely lean Commanders at -4.5, and that total is set right at 40.5. Since, like I said, it was a 2020 tie last time. I think this time it won't even get that high. I like the under. I think it's going to go a little bit under 40 this time. And the final game of the week, Monday Night Football, is Rams-Packers. The Rams upset the Raiders on Thursday Night Football this past week with a last-second touchdown by Baker Mayfield. I think the Packers will win this game, but I think the Rams will cover the 7. I think it'll be more like maybe a 4-point game, 6-point game, that type of thing. So I would lean the Rams at +7, and I do think it's going to go over the 39.5. I think Rodgers will put up some points, and Mayfield will, match just enough to keep it close. Okay, so I gave out my typical 3-leg teaser. So far, those are 3 wins, 2 losses. It's a small sample size, but 60% is pretty good, especially when I'm winning a unit and a half every time I win. And this one, as of right now, is +150. And I say as of right now because depending on how the lines move, I usually don't officially lock the bet in until later in the week just to see how the lines move. I probably will stick with the 7, but if something moves in the other direction and it makes more sense, to do 6.5, I might do that, and the payout could be higher in that instance, or it could end up being a little lower of a payout than +150 if the favorability changes. So just a note on that, but as of right now, this is at exactly +150, so we'll bet a unit to make it a unit and a half if we win, and fingers crossed we can get back in the win column this week. And something fun I wanted to do, I wanted to do a reverse tease, which instead of buying additional points to increase the odds at a decreased payout, I'm doing the opposite. I'm essentially selling 6 points. So it's longer odds, but an increased payout. So I mentioned the Vikings. They're favored by 4. And so with a 6-point reverse tease, that would mean they have to win by 10. think there's a decent enough chance of this. Like I said, the Colts are not really playing for anything. The Vikings, still an outside shot to get that number 1 seed. And, they have something to prove after not looking great the last few weeks. I think there's a good chance they really roll against the Colts and win this by 10. And then the Falcons, +4. So with a 6-point reverse tease, that would be -2. I think that game is basically a pick'em. The Saints, Falcons, I think they're giving the Saints a little too much love with the -4. I think the Falcons have a good shot of coming in here with the energy of a new quarterback and winning this game outright. So I'm going to bet, I think, 0.3 units, 0.3 of a unit, which at plus 750 would win me 2.5 units if this hits. So it's a risk of, hypothetically $30 to win a profit of $250 if this reverse teaser hits. So we'll see what happens. My total is down to -3 units at this point. So hoping I can catch some breaks this weekend and maybe claw my way back with one or both of these teasers hitting. I likely will not do a video next week. Doing a bit of traveling for the holidays. I figure it might be good, whatever happens, to take a week off and reset the following week with more picks. So thank you so much to everyone for listening. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to the couple of folks who have commented that they appreciate these videos. That means a lot to me to hear, and I will definitely keep posting content. So best of luck to everybody this week.